Mpuma Kapa TV. Good evening and welcome once again to Town Hall Makhanda. Tonight we will be talking to the people of Makhanda, the entire Makhanda. As you know that this city or this town of Makhanda, things are not right. There are a lot of challenges that are faced by the people. But there are some things that have been done by the party which is in government. But our focus for today, it will be the state of Makhanda. Tonight, we will talk more about service delivery related issues. Secondly, we will talk about the removal of the High Court from Makhanda to Bisho. Another item that we'll be focusing on is the issue of water, the scarcity of water in this town of Makhanda. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again, especially those who are watching at home on 260, that is Mpuma Kapa TV. Once again, allow me to welcome our lovely audience, because tonight we have invited the following political parties. The first one is the African National Congress, which is represented by the chief whip of the ANC, who is also the MMC responsible for finances in the municipality, Mr. Andile Woyi. Yes. The Democratic Alliance is represented by its constituency leader in the province, Mr. Kelvin Milham. The Economic Freedom Fighters is represented by Mr. Siabonga Bashe. As you know that there is a civic movement here at Makhanda. Its name is Makhanda Citizens Front, which is represented by Azania Sokuchwa. As I have indicated in my introduction, that there are three focus areas for our debate this evening. One, service delivery. Two, the removal of High Court from Makhanda to Bisho. Three, service delivery related matters, especially the issue of water. But before we continue with our debate, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, once again to introduce some of the civic movements that are invited around Makhanda area. The first one is Sanko, represented by Likaya Matebese. Makhanda Business Association, represented by Richard Gaiba. Media is also invited in this event. Grokot's mail editor, Linda Bona. Makhanda Anti-Crime Group, Mfundo Tsili. Rhodes Journalism Department, Professor Stephen Lang. Thank you very much, Prof. The talk of the town editor, Sue McLennan. The Public Service Accountability Monitor, Andile Maika. Where are you, Mr. Mayika? There he is. Makana Sports Council, Dion Hilpert, Masdorp Canon. Thank you very much, and you are all welcome, including my lovely audience at large. Good evening. Firstly, let me start with you, Mr. Andile Woyi. Mr. Andile Woyi, you are all campaigning as political parties, and yet you want people to vote for your party, including UDA, EFF. Why South Africans should vote for your party? Why they must vote for the African National Congress?
Yes, thank you very much, Putpesi. Let me take this opportunity and greet all the viewers, greet everybody here in Town Hall, the communities of Makhanda. It's a very important question that you are asking to the African National Congress. Maybe let me start first by saying, for the past 30 years, the ANC has done a great job in terms of changing the lives of the people of South Africa. When you go to the manifesto, of the African National Congress, you look at the achievements. You also will reflect in terms of the challenges that were faced as the African National Congress. But it's also important that, when you talk about the achievements and the things that the ANC has done, those are the only reasons that will make the people vote for the ANC. I'll just give you 5 reasons of what the ANC has done here in Makhanda since 1994 in changing their lives, being practical. Here in Makhanda, we used to have a bucket system before 1994. Today, we do not have a bucket system, we have flushing toilets. Secondly, here in Makhanda, there used to be communal taps that were serving communities. Today, communities have access to their own taps. 3, the ANC, there was no electricity here. Those who know. For us as people of Makhanda, we know Sasi charger battery to drive for us to watch the TV. Today there is electricity that has been brought through this government of the African National Congress. Those are the things that we have seen. Today we have houses, the RDPs, in areas such as Extension 10, in areas such as Extension 9, in areas such as Vukani. Those are the things that are practical that the ANC has done. During the past, the grant were based on color, gekota. Today,
it's a pity, Mr. Oyi,
yes.
Your time is up. Let's come to you, Democratic Alliance, Mr. Kevin Mayham. Why should South Africans vote for your party?
Thank you, Percy. I don't know if this is working. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Wait, guys. Wait, people. Let's give him a chance, please. Continue,
I haven't
Mr.
said anything yet.
It is the same thing.
Wait. Please, ANC. No, guys. Please, ANC, be tolerant. ANC, please be tolerant. African National Congress, please be tolerant.
Percy, thank you. So the reason why people should vote for the Democratic Alliance, is because we're the only party in this room that has a track record of good governance. Not just governance, but good governance. And we can prove that. And it's not my reports that say that. It's the ANC government that says it. Statistics South Africa says it. Ratings Africa says it. Municipal IQ says it. The top 5 municipalities in this country are all DA-run municipalities. Now there are 257 municipalities. There are 257 municipalities in South Africa. 151 of them are in financial distress. Every single one of those is run by the ANC. One of them is here in Makhanda. This used to be one of the best run municipalities. Right up until the early 2000s, was one of the best run municipalities in the country. And over the last 20 years, it has been destroyed. You know, it's no surprise that the Western Cape, the DA-run Western Cape, has the lowest unemployment in South Africa. It has the highest levels of service delivery in South Africa. It has the lowest Gini coefficient in South Africa. Because the DA delivers services where it governs. And that is why other parties form a coalition of corruption to get the DA out of power. And every time they've done that, in Nelson Mandela Bay, in Ekurhuleni, in the city of Johannesburg, in Knysna most recently, service delivery has gone through the floor.
Your time is up.
So vote DA.
Thank you very much. Mr. Siyabonga Bashe, EFF, your time starts now.
Okay, thank you. South Africans and the people of Makhanda. Can you come again? Yeah, I'm speaking, bro. I'm speaking. Do you hear me? I'm speaking. It's clear now. It's clear now. It's clear now. I can't hear. I don't know. Okay, give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Okay, let's give him a chance.
Okay, thank you.
Let's give him a chance, please.
Am I audible? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I thought maybe the ANC have started to steal some of the other things. Okay. SNEFF, what we are saying to the people of South Africa, as they are contributed to our manifesto, because if you look at EFF manifesto, it's been contributed by the South Africans. But when we go to the issue of Makhanda, where we are today, where we stay and reside, our municipality is dysfunctional, from the top to the bottom. From the past 30 years, everything in this municipality, bit by bit, is getting down. It's getting destroyed. If you are traveling here, just in town, in our town, there are no lights. In our town, there are potholes. In our location, there is no water. In our location, sewer system is damaged, is leaking everywhere. SNEFF, it's where we are going to go direct to the point where everybody is suffering to. Water and sanitation. We can't speak about houses we don't have. As a protest movement of this country, we are the one and only that is always behind the people who are suffering in South Africa. Whatever that is here in Makhanda, even you can go at Enkanini, they've got electricity now, they've got water now. We've been part of protesting to this municipality to come and tell them, people of Makhanda, people who are residing in those areas must get water, must get basic needs.
Thank you very much. Your time is up. Now we are going to give the representative of Makhanda Citizens Front, Azania Sokuchwa. let's keep quiet. Let's keep quiet. Mr. Shoskulja, I understand your party will not be contesting the national and provincial election, is that so? But you do have something to say around the issue of development here. Tell us, Chief.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your time. Our position has always been one. If there is any proper or genuine development, it must start with the people. Nothing for the people without the people. That has always been our policy. That's one. Two, for the past 30 years, it is no shame that the people of South Africa have been giving their last hopes to the African National Congress for the past 30 years, but nothing has been done. Nationally, we have seen escalating numbers of unemployment. We have seen how austerity measures have been affecting us. We have seen the decay and inadequate services in our local municipalities. So it is not a shame that this country has been deliberately failed by those in power, whether we call it the ruling class or the ANC, but this country has been ran underground. So our solution or our position here might be the people of South Africa, the power is in their hands. They are the angels of change themselves, as Fidel Castro once taught us. So if they are going to vote on the 29th of May, they won't see the Makhanda citizens front on the ballot. However, they must vote wisely. They must vote wisely such that they must change their vote. They must vote for the parties that promises that. So that is our position, because we cannot keep on, or we cannot keep on repeating the same mistakes again. Lastly, as I am going down, Makhanda Citizens Front has always been clear that if change must take place, people must lead that. There are political messiahs or people who claim to liberate people do not exist. People liberate themselves. I think my time is up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was Azania Sokuchwa. That was Azania Sokuchwa. All the panelists have been given an opportunity to state their reasons for you to vote for their parties. Now, we have heard the ANC saying they have bettered the lives of you people of Makhanda. I am coming back. Wait a minute. I am coming to you once again, Mr. Kevin Milham. I understand that your party, that is your Democratic Alliance, you do have a 10-point plan to save this town.
That's correct.
Tell us.
So the very first thing we need to do is we need to hold the municipal officials accountable. At the moment, the municipal officials are a law unto themselves. The councillors that are sitting here will tell you that they don't account to council. They're not reporting, they're not telling people what they're doing, they're not delivering services to the people on the ground. The second thing that we've got to do, and it's very interesting that we've got Councillor Hoy next to me because he's the MMC for Finance. We've got to make sure that Makhanda collects its revenue. If you don't collect revenue, you can't spend the money. And we know that Makhanda can't spend the money because they're giving grants back to national and provincial treasury. So we know Makhanda has no control over their finances. So we need to fix the finances of Makhanda. We need to fix the roads in Makhanda. We need to fix the water. On Monday, I was at low-level reservoir, and there was a leak. And that leak has been there for years. But there wasn't just a leak, it wasn't just a little bit of water, it was a river of water that was flowing down there. That's water that the people of Makhanda are not getting out their taps, that they can't drink, because it's not coming to them. At the same time, there is a river of sewage flowing down into the Kawi River, down the Machana River, into the Kawi River. It's a river of sewage. So you might have collected more toilets to the sewage system. Yeah, great. But those toilets aren't going into the system. They're flowing because it's overflowing, it's running down the streets, it's affecting people's lives. It's affecting people's lives in Scottsfarm, in Fingo Village, in Pakanoek, because this municipality is not delivering services. And then, about electricity, we need to make sure that we are addressing the street lighting. We need to make sure that there are no dark areas in Makhanda. We need to make sure that the safety of citizens is prioritized. We need to make sure that people want to come here, because businesses go where services are delivered.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kevin Milner. Allow me once again to go back to the EFF. According to your election manifesto, Mr. Siyabonga Bashe, what are your plans for this town? Because the ANC insisted that they have managed to make your life better in this town.
Okay. The first thing that the EFF will do in this municipality, it's to make sure of the administration. That is not good. Secondly, we will deal with the infrastructure, especially that one of water and electricity. Those basic needs of the people of South Africa, especially the people of Makhanda, especially in the issue of water, in the issue of sewer, in the issue of indlela yonke lando, zezona zinto ezo thina esizawufika sihlale phezu kwazo, including kakhulu i-issue yentswelangqesho ikhona ininzi, and kulapho ke ngoku xa kulungiswa i-infrastructure ezi ezifana nezamanzi, including nezinto zesuwa, kulapho izinto zizawulunga khona, kulapho izinto zizawulunga khona. And thirdly, if the administration and the councillors don't account, because if you can check the issue of Makhanda, it's between the councillors and the administrators, where izinto zingahambi accordingly ngendlela. You see, there is into abayisherayo bobabini omnye ungafuna uku-accounta khona. So i-EFF izawuvela ke ihlale phezulu kwezo zinto ezo ukwenzela into bangabana ubomi babantu buphucuke bube better.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Sokuchwa, you as Makhanda Citizens Front, you are very much concerned, and you are also represented in the council chambers of Makhanda Municipality. How would you like this municipality to be turned around?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, sure. One, as I've said before, there is nothing we are going to do for the people without the people. So if there must be a turning point in this town, then it has to involve people. That's number one. Number two, we want people, want leaders, or we want an administration that will be accountable to the people, not to the party. That's our own political philosophy. Because we did not form this party just for ourselves, but we formed this organization for the betterment of people of Makhanda. So unlike the current party, which is in power, we won't be accountable to our own comrades and our own pockets, but we will be accountable to the people. So if there must be a turning point in that, there must be clean accountability and authentic governance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Azani Yasok Uchwa. Let's just give them another round of applause. Mr. Oy, you have heard these parties. They are not talking something that is positive about the municipality. Firstly, Mr. Oy, why this municipality is under administration? Before you respond to them, just before you respond to their utterances, why are you under administration in this municipality?
Yes, thank you very much, good place. Election mode, really. You can get a sense all parties will make commitments to the public, but ANC we are talking about what we have done and what we are going to do now. Secondly, the issue which is very important that talks to us being under financial recovery plan, which is why we're under administration. When we took over 2021, 23rd of November, as this new council, we took over where there were challenges. And out of the challenges that we were dealing with as an institution, I think so far we have managed to make a dent in terms of dealing with other issues. For an example, at the time before we came in 2021, we were even, in terms of your financial statement, depending on consultants. But today, in terms of financial statements, we are doing them internal. And that is helping the institution. Those are other reasons that have led to us in other administrations, simply because there were things that were not done properly. And as an ANC government, we must be able to say, this is how we think we are facing. Now, let me come quickly to the question of some of the issues that were raised by other political parties. Please. What is it that the ANC is doing now to change the lives of the people?
Mr. Oyi, yes. Quickly in 30 seconds, Chief. In 30 seconds.
Yes.
Please, let's give him a chance. ANC, African National Congress, please, let's give him a chance.
Yes, in these 30 seconds, as we speak now, we are busy through the Office of the Premier an intervention of doing a 10-kilometer route that will cover 6 wards now. We're not talking tomorrow now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Oyi. Thank you very much, Mr. Oyi. Once again, the Minister of COGTA, the Minister who is responsible for the municipality in South Africa, slammed this municipality for not spending, and yet some of the millions were taken back to the treasury.
Yeah.
Why?
We need to start first from this thing that says, because there's quite a lot of speculation to say that Makhanda has lost over 60 million. Let us start there. There was an application for a rollover that was done for the year 2020, 2021, 2022.
Let's leave it there.
It's very important that we keep...
No, I'll give you a chance. Wait, guys. No ANC. Okay, continue, Chief. Continue for the sake of time.
Yes.
For the sake of time, continue.
Now, when Treasurer wrote a letter to us as Makhanda, the Council of Makhanda met and did a fact-finding, whether this is true or not. Now, we have then agreed as a council to appeal that decision. And as we speak, the amount that is outstanding is 23 million, not 60 million. And already we have appealed again on the 23 million. We have not yet received a response in as far as whether we will be able to get that money back or not. But that one is clear.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oyi. Your time is up, Chief. Mr. Kevin Mailem, what is your opinion around this issue as Democratic Alliance?
The biggest problem with the finances in Makhanda is that we've got tenderpreneurs running the show. We've got people who don't know how to manage finances trying to run finances. And so we had a court order that said that Makhanda had to be placed under a municipal financial recovery plan administered by National Treasury.
Thank you very much.
And they haven't actually reported on a monthly basis.
Thank
they
you
haven't
very much,
delivered those
Mr.
reports to the court. They haven't reported back to the people of Makhanda. They haven't done what they said they were going to do.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hyman. EFF, only 1 minute, please.
Thank you. You see, on this issue of monies that will be always returning to Treasury, it's not the first time this thing happening in this municipality. It's been a while. This municipality, whenever they want to do something dodgy or they want to hide something, there will be money that they are not using.
Yeah.
But the question that we always have as EFF is that money really returned back or not? Is that money really returned back to the Treasury or not? Because they keep on saying that the money has been returned back.
Thank you very much. Let's afford you just a minute, Mr. Azania.
Oh, okay. No, I will just elaborate more on what you've said, because it is very true that this municipality has been run underground by the political criminals of this local municipality. So if there must be a justical change, first of all, in collaboration or in other ways, they must be removed out.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you now. Please, now it's time for question time. Now it's time for question time. All those who wish to put their concerns into questions, now is the time for that. Please raise your hand and Asha will come to you now. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I wish...
Sorry, sir, can you please tell us your name before?
My name is Philip Mechanic. I wish the audience would not shout down the speakers. I like to hear if they are talking rubbish. Let us take it to the issues that you raised at the beginning. Three of the biggest areas of corruption are delivery of water, sanitation, and government leases on buildings. In this municipality, just in one water treatment plant, going back to 2010, more than 600 million rand has been spent without completing the project to upgrade that plant. We have similar problems with sanitation. We have projects to fix our treatment works that never finish or that are vastly over budget. And why is the High Court to be moved to Bisho? It's another lease scam. Billions are going to be spent on new court buildings. Huge amounts will be spent on leasing office space. And why? If we really want to bring justice to the people, the two biggest things that should change are fixing the dilapidated magistrates' courts in small towns and free legal aid for the poor. The cost of justice is not measured by the taxi fare to the nearest high court. So why are these big long-term problems not being fixed? The mechanisms of accountability are broken. I know someone who's taking a case to the SIU. I won't say what it's about because it will be a nice surprise when that foot drops.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Your time is up.
Okay.
Okay. We will start firstly with the invited organizations in the front row, and then after that you will get your chance to talk to us. Hello, sir. Your name?
Mohammed Rafiq Murad. I would like to see a better Grahamstown, and we should follow the three main players in Grahamstown is Rhodes University, National Arts Festival, and Makhanda here. Yeah. So the council has to possibly learn from working systems at Rhodes University, where they can have solution-based to all the problems that they're having, with roads deteriorating, The National Arts Festival is helping to correct all those things. Rhodes University has a salary-based incentive where if you don't come to work, you don't get paid. So why should we pay workers that are not coming to work? And what's causing them not come to work? So we need to form also street committees within each street to take care of their own street as the temporary solution to the bigger picture in Grahamstown.
Thank you very much. Let's allow our panelists to respond. Firstly, Mr. Way.
Yes, thank you very much for peace. No, the first thing that I need to respond on, it's around infrastructure, because what he's raising is related to infrastructure.
Aging infrastructure.
Yes. Now, without getting into ezinye izinto, let me just be straight and say, on the issue of the roads, we are responding now as Makhanda Municipality. I have said already the 10-kilometer road will cover 6 wards, and that's a lot. It includes Curry Street, Albany Road, Shalani, Wuchano. That's quite a number of roads that we are going to do. We expect in the next 2 weeks to see the contractor on site doing the work. That's the first one. Secondly, we are busy. We have done the process of procuring for the contractor for Makhanda Way. We are waiting for the processes such as your cooling period. Once that process is done, we expect the contractor to be on site to start on Makhanda Way. That's what we are going to do as ANC. Now, on top of that, we are busy with the roads for disaster, including Vukani, including other roads such as Curry Street. So those are the things that we are dealing with there as we speak now.
Mr. Kevin?
You know, all I hear is excuses. All I hear is excuses, because this is the same municipality, this is the same government that has just spent millions on upgrading the Oval. And you can go to the Oval right now, and all there is a wall around it. There's no upgrade finished there. The money's gone back. This is the same municipality that has spent hundreds of millions fixing pumps over and over and over again at Housenpoort. And yet, they can't put the pumps back into the system because the gantries are broken. This is the same municipality that is connecting more and more toilets to the sewage system, but isn't upgrading the sewage treatment plant, and so the sewage is just flowing out into the river. This is the same municipality that is sending millions back to provincial treasury because they can't spend the money, and it's the same municipality that can't even get a bill to the residents to say, here's how much you owe. In fact, people come here and they have to bring paper. They have to bring paper to print out their own bill.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Mr. Bash.
Hello? Okay. You know, if you still remember before, there were grants that were sent to this municipality. Those grants were directed for water infrastructure and the sewer infrastructure. But if you can ask yourself now, to these people of Makhanda, are those infrastructure being done with those grants? Are those sewer pipes and everything being fixed with those grants? Nothing. Instead of, we don't know where those grants are going. When they come in, they will be lent, there will be meetings and meetings and meetings. Even those meetings are being done throughout these grants that are sent to the municipality. It ends up those grants doing nothing at the Makhanda municipality. Makhanda municipality is the same state as it was before. Instead of, it's keeping on breaking off.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pashe of EFF. Let's go to you, Azania Sokotwa, Makhanda Citizens Front.
Oh, okay. Speaking of the collapse of infrastructure in the town, one, you have to acknowledge that corruption by those in power has played a major role into the collapse of infrastructure. It's not a thing that is made by God. It's because of them misusing public funds for their own personal issues. That's a fact. Number two, if you are speaking about a collapse of infrastructure in this municipality, you are also speaking about lack of services and lack of accountability to the people. Because, as you have said, there are millions that were returned back to the Treasury Office. They were not used, or they were not properly used for what they were allocated for. And this is what we've been experiencing. So lack of proper and genuine leadership has led to this inadequate or proper or bad municipality. That's what I can say.
Thank you very much. Once again, let's give another invited organization an opportunity to ask questions. Over to you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thanks.
Ma'am,
may I speak?
your time starts now, ma'am.
Thanks. I have one question for each of three of the parties here. And my first question is for the DA. In your manifesto, you are saying that you're going to encourage private investment in water infrastructure to ensure provision. My question is, how are you going to ensure that market forces don't put water out of reach of ordinary people? And if I may continue with my other two questions to the other two parties, if that's okay. To the EFF, in your manifesto, you talk about subsidized programs for embedded electricity alternatives, for households, hospitals, clinics, etc. Could you please elaborate on that and explain how that will work at a local level? And for the ANC, my question is this, and it's quite specific to Makhanda, more specific to Makhanda. Since 2017, several senior officials have been allowed to resign, or settlements have been made behind closed doors that have allowed them to take up senior positions in other municipalities. This is following allegations of wrongdoing. Very central to your national manifesto for these elections is an anti-corruption stance. How will you turn that perception around that there may be corruption involved? How will you alter that perception?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. EFF, please make use of your time, please.
Good evening. My name is Paul Nitter Marais, and I'm a member of Parliament. I've been deployed to Makhanda, Sarabart. I would like to know from the panel, what would you do to change the face of Makhanda? Because when you come into town, the first thing you see is donkeys roaming the street like they're going to shopping. You see the cows roaming the street like you don't have an area for these cattle. The second thing I want to say, what would you do to change as you come in? I've been driving these roads for the past year and a half. The roads are so bad, you can't call it potholes, it is holes. The third thing I want to know from you is that, what would you do to make sure you have effective service delivery? Because money going back to Treasury is money you're not going to get back again. Because it means automatically next year you're going to get less or you're not going to get anything for projects. Then I want to know, your unemployment rate is very high. No? What you can do about the unemployment rate? Because people are dying in the Eastern Cape of hunger. If you go just around town here, you will see my friend, is having 5 wives sitting outside selling vegetables. What are you going to do about that? And each wife is having a child because they are too poor to buy food, and that person is giving them food. What are you going to do as Makhanda to change the situation here where people are dying but money are being squandered by the ANC? Thank you.
Let's allow ANC to respond. And the second party, I think it's your Democratic Alliance.
Yes,
ANC.
we have 7 priorities as ANC in this local municipality.
You are responding to the
One,
last week.
yes.
Yeah.
One, it's bulk sewer. It was a question also asked by my colleague from TA. Bulk sewer. The second one, in terms of priorities, is the issue of road infrastructure. 3, job creation. 4, beautification of Makhanda. 5, we talk of revenue enhancement strategy. 6, we talk about electrification, bulk infrastructure. Then, yes, let me just go and simplify them. Let's go to the issue of water. Currently, there's a project taking place at James Cleanance, and the implementer is Amatola Water in that project. That project, it's meant to increase its capacity, because currently we have a challenge of its demand versus capacity, which is 10 million megaliters that are built to IOPA. That project is sitting at almost 80% in terms of completion. But I must say it here now, that as Makhanda Municipality, we are not happy with the pace in terms of finishing the project, because they are always changing the goalposts in terms of when they will finish. Currently, they are saying the project will be finished by June 2024. That project is going to assist us to the current challenges that we are facing in terms of capacity. Now, this year on the issue of housing.
We are less than a minute.
Yes.
Mr. Woy.
Yes. But before I do that, I think I need to respond to this issue of monies and treasurer and so on. You know, if we go to Gokta now, though our financial year is coming to an end on June, Makhanda, in terms of the strategy of financial recovery, we are one of the best performing municipalities in the East. Now, the issue of spending, it is now an issue of the past. Currently, our spending is beyond 80% now.
Your time is up.
Yes.
Your time is up. Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin.
We talk about the
response, Mr. Kevin.
Here's the problem. Nobody believes a word he says. Nobody believes what he says. So I want to address 2 issues.
Okay.
I want to address 2 issues. The first one is about employment. Makhanda Municipality can't create employment. We have to have businesses creating jobs. It's the only way we're going to lift this community out of poverty.
Okay.
But to do that, the municipality has to deliver services. It has to deliver drinking water. It has to deliver electricity. And it has to have roads you can drive on. If it doesn't do that, and it has to pick up the rubbish. You know, the lady from the EFF asked, what would we do to make sure that when you drive into Makhanda, you see a place that you want to go to? Well, you've got to clean up your town. You've got to put the animals in the pound if they are straying. You've got to pick up the rubbish. You've got to make sure that there's sewage that isn't going in the pipelines.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin. Your time starts now.
Ntombe from Public Service Accountability Monitor. Chief Whip, after 30 years of democracy, the bucket system is a thing of the past up in Makhanda. I fail to understand because last year I was writing an article. I-N Street sesona strato sidala apha eMakhanda. Kodwa xa ungena pha kunuka from istrato uqalela uphuma kwaso. Bucket system iyabi. Uyazi abantu baphayana bathatha 6 months for babaphitshwe. Ama-buckets awahambi. Kufuneka bahlale nazo i-buckets zidwelile. Talk about human dignity apho. Human health yabantu ithini. Wena namhlanje uza kuthi uthi bucket system ayikho emakhaya. Uthi thina basifilishe njani? As a young journalist that is writing, what am I supposed to say to people?
Thank you very much. Your time starts now, Trevor. Make use of that one. Please, Councillor, hurry up. Make use of that one.
Molweni apha ngaphambili. Molweni AC, molweni DA, molweni Mbashe. Nako nomntana uMkuba. Molweni bantu baseMzantsi Afrika.
Please, hurry up.
Ndizawuba mfutshane ke. Mna umbuzo wam umfutshane kamnandi phaa eBhungeni, but ndisuka kwaseBhungeni. We've got a very key thing or a problem that can turn off economic development.
Question, Keba.
Isuka kude yinto ye-development kwelaa cala laselokishini. Ndithi u-MMC wam ke njengomntu okhokela ezazemali uzayenza njani into yokubana ide laa moli kudala ifunwa ngamntu waserhini e-6 ingumhlaba kamasipala inamanzi.
Enkosi Keba, your time is up now. Keba, your time is up. You didn't ask the question, your time is up.
Inamanzi iyanayo yonke into inebhalsiwa akho nto ingekhoyo phaa umasipala xa funeka implemente. Ingxaki yabo, ingxaki ka-MMC netim yakhe is that abakwazi abakwazi ukudila ne-official. Zuyiphendula uyijonge loo nto ke Ace.
Your time is up.
What do they say?
2 minutes.
Hello, my name is Andy Gaga. Hello, my name is Andy Gaga, and this question, I'm raising it towards the DA. Now, statistically, according to the Corruption Watch, around 70% of the corruption that is done within this country is done in municipalities that are actually DA run, whether through majority or through coalition. Now, these municipalities are the city of Cape Town, Tshwane, and Joburg. Now, my second point is, let's be dead honest. The DA has selective service delivery. Now, what I mean by that is that not everyone is served. Those who have financial means or who lives in places like Constantia, Camps Bay, those are the ones that are being served quickly. The people that live in places like Khayelitsha aren't being served. Now, the reason why I can't relate this to Makhanda is because you guys aren't running Makhanda, or you guys aren't running the Eastern Cape in general. So what are you guys planning to do, or what are you doing as the DA to mitigate issues of corruption and to mitigate issues of selective service delivery? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute, please. Just a minute, please. Please, just a minute. We are making a lot of noise, guys. You are making a lot of noise. Another thing that we are going to do now, we have allowed the people from the African National Congress to raise their questions or to pose their questions, and even from the Makhanda Citizens Front. Can we just afford an opportunity for the supporters of DA, whether it's one, because we are about to wrap up now. Can we just give one member of DA, one member of DA? I will say, at the back, can you come? Okay, wait, Chief, we are going to...
I am the leader of the SACP.
Okay,
I lead
fine.
the SACP.
Okay, come up with your question, Chief.
No, it's rather a comment actually. Education accounts for 22.7% of the expenditure of this country. And we've seen a drastic improvement, an increment in that department. And that has resulted in the transformation in the institutions of higher learning. And as a result, we have seen those of us who hail from the working class background having access to institutions such as Rhodes, UCT, and Stellenbosch, institutions that we have never thought of. But through the intervention of NSFAS, led by the ANC government, we are able to access such institutions. Now, my question is to the Chief Whip of the ANC. Chief Whip, you have briefed us about M Street, but kindly tell us where are we in terms of Makhanda Way? But secondly, also tell us where are we in terms of phase 2, and what could be the impediment that has resulted in us not being able to build phase 2 of extension 10. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chair. And let me just express my gratitude to Mpuma Kapa for this program.
Thank you very much.
Also, I want to express my gratitude to the panelists and everyone that is here. I think it's a very... Okay. Let me just go straight to the question. Chair, I am very concerned the fact that the movement, ANC, don't take responsibility for the service delivery issues in Makhanda. And the thing is, any leader that don't take responsibility for his mistakes is not planned to rectify it. Secondly, I'm worried, speaking about the futuristic things. Because if we look at, we had the Minister of Water in this hall 8 months ago. And there was a lot of commitments being made by the Minister in terms of the issue of water in Makhanda. 8 months later, we still have the same challenge. Lastly.
Thank you very much, Chief. We are running really out of time. We have to wrap it out and allow the panelists to respond to your questions and concerns. ANC, the issue of bucket system. Your time starts now.
Thank you very much, Putpes. There are 108 buckets in Makhanda. It's in Sun City, J Street, the area that she was referring to. I have never said there's no bucket, but I had said there is an improvement. When you look at, in Makhanda, there was bucket system all over. From there, we have improved. We're sitting with 108 buckets. And there's already an intervention from the Minister of Water and Sanitation to eradicate such a bucket. Secondly, on the issue of housing, human settlement, as we speak, we are rolling out a program in the next 3 weeks to build 270-something infill areas. Okay. And that work will be done by the local SMMEs. Thirdly, I must raise it here that it's also important that we have taken our communities into confidence with regards to rolling out of our projects. One of the projects that are coming...
Mr. Woyi, just give me a chance. It's a pity, ladies and gentlemen, we have to wrap it out, especially for those who are watching on channel 260, that is Mpuma Kapa DSTV channel. We are wrapping up to them. Also, we are encouraging them to join us whilst we are continuing up until 7 o'clock. We are encouraging them to join us on Mpuma Kapa YouTube channel. Goodbye, 260 at home. We will continue with you on YouTube channel of Mpuma Kapa TV. Let's continue.
Yes. Now, I'm saying one of the projects that we are busy dealing with now, it's also an intervention. It's the issue of bulk sewer. It is not true that we are doing nothing to address bulk sewer. Already there is phase 1 that has taken place on bulk sewer. But what we are busy with is engaging to get more funds so that we are able to do the projects in phases. Thirdly, once you address the issue of bulk sewer, you are addressing the issue of building houses. Because you cannot build houses whilst you have a problem with bulk sewer. So the first thing you do, deal with the bulk sewer problem, then you are able to build the houses. And that's what we are busy doing as we speak right now.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now, on the issue of informal upgrading, you have all the areas such as Zolani, Pola Park, Nkanini. We are busy now as we speak with a program that is going to take interim services to those communities now as we speak. Already, we have appointed a panel of consultants that they will be busy doing such a work. At this stage, they are actually on the planning stage, but we want them to move with speed so that our own communities can be able to access interim services. What are those interim services that we're talking about? We are talking about toilets, we are talking about water tanks, we are talking about wheelie bins. Those are the things that we are going to take to those communities.
Mr. Kevin, your time starts now. Kevin.
So I want to address a couple of issues. The first one is the corruption issue. You know, the thing about corruption is that it has to be reported. It has to be taken to the police. It has to be taken to the Hawks. There has to be an investigation. It has to be prosecuted. And the places where that's happening is the city of Cape Town and the city of Tshwane. It's not happening in Nelson Mandela Bay or Mangaung or eThekwini, where corruption is rife. It's not happening right here in Makhanda. So it's all very well. And by the way, the DA doesn't govern the city of Johannesburg. The ANC and its puppets govern the city of Johannesburg. So that's the first point. The second is the city of Cape Town spends 76% of its budget, of its capital budget, which is the biggest of any capital budget of any metro in the country. It spends 76% of it on informal settlements. The problem that we've got is that spatial inequality is a problem across the whole of South Africa. It doesn't matter whether you are in Nelson Mandela Bay or eThekwini or Kuruleni or Makhanda, spatial inequality is a reality. And it takes time to fix. But you fix that by investing in infrastructure, by making sure that you are dealing with the problems. And that's what's happening in Khayelitsha, in Langa, and places like that. And so that is why people are moving there, because there is better services there than they are here.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Is there anything that you want to say around, both of you, is there anything that you want to add on the issue of bucket system, the eradication of bucket system here at Makhanda?
Well, let's just say
Okay.
the buckets are... The buckets
I think it's my time now. You are eating on my time. You know, this issue of bucket system, you will think it's just only maybe here in the inner city of Makhanda. In 7 fountains, it's worsening. We've got pit toilets. We've got pit toilets in 7 fountains. We don't have a space. We've got pit toilets where if you dig here today, if you dig here this corner today, the other you need to dig to another corner. Remember, it's been more than 15 years we are staying in that situation. Most of the yards of the people are being like that. You see, for the past years, they are full. You can't dig, you can't do nothing. Is that mess? And also on the issue of water. In 7 fountains, we've got scarce water. The pumps are not running. The pumps are dry. When you call, we need water, they will say the tanks, they don't have a spare wheel. You go to Alisdale, a part of Makhanda, but they won't speak about those places. You go to Alisdale, the water, they only run on taps once a week. Or if it comes, it will come 10 to 11. Riebeck East is the same thing. You go to Fort Brown, it's the same thing. So the service delivery is not going into rural areas. If we go to the issue that was asked by Mpuma Kapa on issue of the clinics, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? The EFF is clear on that. Our clinics must run 24 hours. Because we are not getting sick during the day only, even throughout the night. We've got scarce ambulances that are not going to service those areas. If you call them, they will take more than 2 to 3 hours. You need to find someone close to you who've got a car to take a patient from that place to come
Mr.
here.
Bashe. Mr. Kakuchi,
Oh, okay.
on,
No,
on the issue of bucket system.
well, it's a very dehumanizing issue which is taking the dignity of our people away. It is very sad to say that after 30 years of the so-called democracy, there are people who still live with the bucket system. It's a very dehumanizing issue. Leyo nto ngesintu esivakalayo isixushela phansi isidima somuntu omnyama kulize kuthiwa ukhululeke kulo. It's very dehumanizing. You don't have to be very theoretical about that. Also, it also highlights a systematic failure of good leadership and good governance in place, because the Department of Water and Sanitation has been allocating resources so that this issue can be dealt with properly. But what we've been seeing is lack of providing, but just like they are doing now, it's only providing us good words, and nothing tangible. Remember, people are not fighting for words. People are not living up for words. We live up to achieve materialistic benefits in our lifetime. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Allow me to come back to you once again. Let's start with you, Sam. Make use of your 1 minute because there are a lot of people behind you. This is what is also happening in the same queue on my left-hand side. Please make use of your 1 minute.
I'll be short. I'm not sure whether I'm audible enough. I'll be short because, in essence, to ask ANC questions whereby you find people that are leading the municipality, they speak like people that don't stay in the municipality. They are so far away, not detached from the challenges that are here. You can't run away from the fact that the moment you get in here, there are no roads. You can't run away from the fact that when you come in here, you are looking for water, you can't get water. You can't run away from the fact that even this issue that they are saying, now they are speaking about 200 houses that they are going to do. The houses in here were last built in 2013. Even those that were built in 2013, there were 2,000 of them that were supposed to be built. Only 1,000 of them was done. The reason why it was not done was because there's a challenge of sewerage. This thing of infrastructure is not something that comes to them now. They knew this challenge of infrastructure, and the government has been putting interventions after interventions. A lot of millions has been spent here. And that is why we're saying, where are these millions that each department is coming here to try to come to intervention? What is the EFF going to do? Because in essence, we've got even a challenge here of the Granted Arts Festival. We've got an arts festival where millions come in to be invested here, but the people of here are not benefiting out of the arts festival. How can the EFF sort that thing? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I want to say the Ramikhona, Makhanda Municipality, first ever protest for water was seen in this town. It's 1913. Guess what? Who was leading this municipality then? It was the white minority. White people were leading this institution. First ever protest of water that was seen. Now secondly, I want to ask from ANC. I'm happy that there's a clear plan of addressing the issue of potholes. But my question is to the ANC. I didn't hear you talking about the Makhanda taxi route. I just want to hear what's going to happen to the Makhanda taxi route, because it has also potholes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. What's going to happen? Yeah, the last one. After you, I will allow the panelists to respond. 1 minute, Chief.
Thank you, Chairperson. Okay. Thank you, Chairperson. My name is Comrade Jerry. Chairperson, the Makhanda citizens have been in crisis for so many years under the leadership of the so-called majority party, right? Yes. Okay. Chairperson, I'm asking for your protection. I'm asking for your protection, Chairperson. I'm asking for protection. Please protect me. Chairperson, please protect me.
Carry on, Chief.
Thank you.
Carry on.
Now, Chairperson. Now, Chairperson, my point or my question is, in these many years of so-called democracy, under the leadership.
Please, your question. We want your question.
My question is, the so-called leading party has not yet accommodated the Makhanda females persons, because the only party who can provide the Makhanda female persons in terms of the sanitarity is only the Makhanda Citizens Front. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Seemingly, ANC, there are a number of issues that came from the audience. Please respond, ANC, Mr. Woyi.
Yes. I think I've dealt with some of the issues already. But before I go to others, it's important to say ANC, it's one of the organizations, if not the only one in South Africa that is able to do self-introspection to itself. To the ANC, it's one of the organizations that is able to identify challenges and put plans to address them. I hardly hear other organizations say what is it that they are going to do in relation to issues that are affecting our people. They actually depend for their existence from the African National Congress. That's the reality. Now, all the issues that have been raised that relates to service delivery, I had said, we are dealing with them now, not next week, not tomorrow. We are dealing now. Now, as we speak, contractors are on site. Go to Ngame now. The project is sitting at 90%. We want it to be done within 3 weeks. That is something physical that can be seen, that is being done. So to us, we are able to say, this is what we have done. We are also able to say, these are the things that we feel very strongly that we have not addressed. Now let me come to the issue internally in the institution relating to the administration and consequence management. What have we done after we have heard that there is an attempt of us losing 60 million? We have taken a decision as a council to act on the administration. And as we speak, the process is still there. The director that was there in technical infrastructure is no longer here. So it is not true that the ANC is doing nothing in dealing with some of these issues. We have acted. Unfortunately, we must follow due processes.
If I may ask.
Yes.
Give us a chance, please. Do the people of this town get water on daily basis without any interruption?
Yes, there is interruption. We must be honest. Before, things were not as they are now. But at least every day, people, they took part. There are areas that are high-lying areas where they are actually struggling to get water. And we are dealing with that issue. Secondly, we also have problems with the housing sport. That is our main other problem that we are dealing with housing sport. That is why the Minister of Water and Sanitation has intervened in Makhanda. That is why we have brought in Amatola Water to assist us with the expertise of dealing with these problems.
Another issue. Yes, another issue that has been raised by Mr. Mike is the issue of a damaged pipe, which is even by now has not yet been repaired. Is that true?
I am not sure which pipe he's referring to.
Can you help us?
Immediate to low level reservoir.
Mike, help us, please.
At low level reservoir, there's a river of water that's been running there for years that hasn't been repaired. It's a river. It's not a little bit of water. There's a river. You can go now outside Settlers Hospital. There's a leak that has been there for years, 5 years.
If he is talking about the river of water, I'm not sure what is he referring to. Unless he is referring to a pipe that is leaking,
Can I be audible?
then we'll be talking something different.
Okay. You know what where's the situation of Makhanda? If tomorrow you can go to court, the courts of Makhanda are delaying cases because of water.
Yeah.
They can't continue to do their daily job because there is no water. Even here at this town hall now, if you can go there, you will find that there is no water while we are here. You will find that there is no water, the toilets are closed. Now, while we are here, that's the state of Makhanda. So this thing to the ANC, this thing to the ANC of seeing people suffering, it's a no.
Very much.
Even those people, even those ANC supporters, when they go out here, they are going back to the same situation where there is no water.
I'm coming to you. Mr. Sokusha, what is your response on the issue of water? Do you get water as residents on daily basis without any interruption in this town?
Well, my response to the issue of water won't be of the party line, but it will be of a general citizen. From where I live from, if we get 3 days, if we get water 3 consecutive days, then we are very lucky. Which means water is a very scarce issue, and we are not experiencing a natural drought. But it is also what I have said before, that we have corrupt politicians in place. We have people who prioritize doing their own things. So the reason why for this was also the austerity measures that we are facing from the national government are also contributing factor for this. So it's not a natural thing, it's bad.
Kevin.
So most South Africans suffer from load shedding because of the ANC government. This town, this municipality suffers from water shedding. We have water shedding here because they turn the taps on, they turn them off. You go to Allisdale, one day there's water, 2 days there's not water. You go to Rubik East, one day there's water, one day there's not water.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Guys, I am coming to you for the last time. We've got only 10 minutes before we wrap it up. I'm not going to give you all of you, but I'm going to give you some of you and allow the panelists to respond, and yet we close after that. Your time starts right now, sir.
My name is Eugene Stokes. I am the son of Edith Stokes. My question to you is directed to the ANC. You said that your governing is very good in Grindstone, which I don't think it's really so, because at this present moment in time, the hospital doesn't have water. The phones is being cut. Those people that is lying in the hospital now, the 84-year-olds can keep quiet, and the 90-year-old people, those are the people that are sacrificing their lives for us to stand here, and you are the government of the ANC, 30 years, but you can't even get water for the people in the hospital. When you come and do the work, the municipality come to the work, they come and do it after hours. Why? They tell us that there's a problem, parts must be put in, but it was a lie, because I myself was at the station of Mary Waters where they just have to put covers over it and fix it. It took them 2 hours and the job was done. We waited for 3 days to fix that thing. The water at the sports ground, the sewage water, is
question,
running
please.
inside the field. It's
Question.
bad for the whole grandstand. And I say to the ANC, you are lying to us.
Thank you. Thank you. Your 1 minute, please.
Okay.
1 minute.
My name is Masubandile Kusani. My name is Masubandile Kusani. Comrade Chezi, the ANC-led government austerity policy has destroyed all the municipalities of this country. Can you maybe illustrate the serious and the minor intervention made by MCF to the community of Makhanda during these tough times? Because it's very important to do that so that when people leave this house, they know come 2026, the only alternative to save this municipality is Makhanda cities in front.
One minute, your 1 minute, please. Please, let's keep quiet. Let's keep quiet, please. Your 1 minute starts now, ma'am. 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Percy M. My name is Linda Yako, coming from this glorious, non-racial, non-sexist organization. Now, my question is going to be both. I'll spend 30 seconds coming to the man in blue, and who seems to come and represent the locals. That means there's no capacity here.
What is your question?
My question is, my organization prides itself of its history. What proud moments do you have in your organization as the man in blue? Will you be able to apologize for the past atrocities and the racism, ill treatment of a black child? Number two, my second comes to the chief whip.
ANC, we can't hear. ANC, please, we can't hear.
My second question comes to the chief whip of the party in government, the leader of the society. Can you kindly narrate, Chief, in terms of a service delivery in redressing the injustices of this community? What we are talking about the indigent. What impact does it have in our community since we come from this community? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, wait back. ANC, please, ANC.
My name is Nelisa Nongonyana. I'm from the UPM and the MCF. Umbuzo wam, it's addressed to Putilo ANC. My question is, Temba Hospital is closed, yet ETB is still killing our community members. That building is vacant, Payani. Nilinde ite vandalizwe nayo, not kabani spend imali ezinkulu so that building.
What is your question?
My question is,
I can't hear what she's saying, guys.
My question is,
we as ANC, Shagazi, you were given an opportunity to speak. Please don't be unfair to us. We want to hear what is her question. Please, Sisi, your question, please.
My question is, they've closed the Temba Hospital. Already with the health system collapsed, putting pressure on the Settlers Hospital. Kuzawude kube nini esasibhedlele sivaliwe, yet ETB is killing our community. sizawufa apha emakhanda sibulawa zizifo funeke sisiwe eBhayi kube thina sinazo ii-services bekumele sazifumana apha xa esithi ubhuti into yobana what they have done as the ANC, they are killing us, they are murdering us.
We want to hear what you are saying. We want to hear what you are saying.
My question is, why have that hospital been closed? Already our health system is collapsed.
Listen,
why are they allowing
who are
the
you
health system here
okay,
to be
fine.
collapsed?
Who are you referring your question?
ANC.
ANC, okay. Okay, Masibambe njalo. There are a number of questions that have been raised. Do you want to respond to your questions? ANC, hospitals are closed. Uchusis.
Andimvanga kahle ncam. Kodwa if uthi kukho izibhedlele ezivaliweyo, she needs to be specific.
Is there any hospital that is closed here?
Uthetha ngantoni?
Themba Hospital is the one that is closed.
Yeah?
Themba Hospital is the one is closed. I didn't realize you're not aware.
Wait. Come. Which hospital are you talking about?
Themba Hospital, the TB hospital.
Themba. Themba Hospital.
You know that hospital?
I will respond. It's
Okay.
fine. I can respond.
Okay, fine. It's fine. ANC will respond now.
Yes.
Respond, Chief.
We must be patient. Kaloku asiva kahle kuyangcono. Ithemba Hospital or refera kuyo. Ithemba can't have 6 patients and then you have staff is over 20 to 30. Make an example. And then you expect uba normal. It means it's going to be a cost at the side of government. Now, Ithemba has been moved to form part of Isetlas. There's an area in Isetlas Hospital where the patients zaseThemba zisiwa khona nestaff sapasipa because government cannot service abantu abayi-6 only. So that's what has happened. The hospital Ithemba, it is part of Settlers Hospital. The people from there, banendawo yabo abaserviswa kubo with the staff from Themba. I think that's the issue. There was also public participation before that decision was taken. So I'm saying, isibhedlela saseThemba simuvelwe eSettlers Hospital. I think I've responded on that one. Must I respond nakwezinye or we allow me to?
Okay, take another one.
Let's just respond to that for a second.
Okay, let's give him a
Because
chance.
here's the thing. The ANC has destroyed the healthcare system in South Africa. You go to the clinic, you can't get medicine. You get Panado, you get a plaster. That's the truth. We have the lowest of middle-income countries. We have the lowest number of doctors per 1,000 people in South Africa. And yet, when our doctors graduate, they can't get jobs. They're supposed to work for the government. They can't get jobs. That's a fact. And yet this government wants to go further down that rabbit hole, and they want to introduce NHI, which they can't fund. There's no money for it. Everybody says it's a bad idea. We've got a better solution.
Okay.
We've got a better solution.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. EFF?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. You know the issue of the health system in Makhanda. They've closed Themba Hospital because what they wanted to do, they wanted to steal the COVID money funds. They closed the Themba Hospital because you can't close the hospital because of the patients that are in a smaller number. They were just trying to do something that is dodgy, to move those TB hospitals to there for temporarily and take people who are having COVID to go and quarantine in Themba. The Themba Hospital was closed. I've been in those meetings. We were debating the issue. I've been in those meetings. They said for temporarily. But after that, they closed down the Temba Hospital because they wanted to steal the money.
Thank you. Mr. Coach.
Oh, okay. Now, mine will be a response based on what Mr. Mahlubandile Kuhlane asked me on the issues of austerity measures. One, there is one thing that we have to be clear about when we are speaking of austerity measures. It is enshrined in one of the policies of the ruling party. That is one aspect we have to be clear of. Two, austerity measures, as we are experiencing them, are a form of class domination that the state expresses its brutality by not spending on public services so that we as the working class people get to suffer. If, for example, if you go to the hospital, you see there is lack of health services because there is austerity measures which are taking place. Yes. Lastly, the MCF has been doing several interventions for this. We have collected several thousand signatures that we have submitted to the National Treasury alongside with the Unemployed People's Movement under the banner of the Cry of the Excluded. We have been challenging the Minister of Finances yearly and yearly and yearly to move away from austerity measures. So we are not just saying that people must do something. We are fighting alongside with the people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Nkosi. A question I directed to the ANC. If Municipal were to keep getting or is sitting on a series of disclaimers from the AG, that it negatively affects delivery services to the community. And secondly, Chief, we've mentioned that service providers, Zabo, they chop and change dates the completion the projects. That means if contracts Zabo, service providers, because there are contracts in place which say if you not deliver at this time, these are the consequences. So what are they going to do with such things like from the Auditor General? And what are they going to do? How are they going to change the terms of the contracts to make sure that the service providers deliver on time? And if they don't deliver on time, they have to account or they must lose the contract.
Ma'am,
so what are they going to do?
Ma'am, I am struggling to hear what you are saying. What is your question?
What are they going to do to change the terms of the contracts? The contracts are allowing, or the contracts are giving leeway, too much leeway to the service providers who chop and change the completion of the project. So what
service providers, chop and change of service providers is delaying service delivery. Okay? Come closer to your mic.
Engosi ANC. 30 years usizama usikhulula ebuqhwebeni bamabhulu. For 30 years ngoku sasicelebrate Enkosi ANC. Okwesibini umbuzo wami udirected kwakuwe ANC. Kwezi zinto uzenzileyo abegini abemakhanda indlela uzikalile uyazenza uzagqiba nini sinike time frame Enkosi ngale 30 years.
Enkosi siyabona. Wait pa. Hello papa. Tata. You are the last one. Welcome. Simamele ku. Your question.
Oh, Molweni. Igama langu ngisibongiseni Phila Nombombo. I'm coming from the Public Service Monitoring Accountability, and also I appreciate this platform to be given an opportunity to ask these questions. Of course, we as the Makhanda residents, we've got a problem. To be honest, we've got a problem. And it's not the first time since we've discussed these matters. We've got a problem. We've got a problem, comrades, of water. That is the truth, nothing but the truth. And secondly, And secondly, we've got a problem of service delivery. That is the truth, undisputed. We've got a problem. And lastly, we have done a research. We've got evidence based on these matters. And I don't want to, Chairperson, I don't want to dwell. I don't want to dwell too much on these matters. The only thing of which I want to raise.
Chief, what is your question?
The only.
Do you have a question or a comment?
Yeah, it's a comment.
It's a comment.
It's a comment.
Chief, we have been listening to you. We understand what you're talking about. Okay. Thank you very much.
Sir, can you please?
Thank you.
I want to finish.
Thank you, Chief. Your time starts right now.
And the DA is sweating and shouting that the ANC has destroyed the health system. The reason why they are shouting and sweating is because the ANC is in the process of opening doors of specialized hospital services for the poor and the working class through through the National Health Insurance Bill. Now, the ANC has managed tuberculosis so well that there is no one that is now suffering. It has not closed Temba Hospital. Temba is operational. It has its employees. It has its own budget and operating at surplus. We are told that there is a water issue in Makhanda. ANC councillor elected through a democratic process. Please explain to us, what is it that you inherited? What is the infrastructure of water that you inherited from the apartheid system? And what is it that you are currently doing to solve that?
Citizens Movement. Makhanda Citizens Movement. Please stop talking, man. No. No, don't treat us like this. Please, guys, man. Chief, your time is up.
The question is towards the ANC.
Chief, you have exhausted your time. You have exhausted your time.
Can you be fair, facilitator?
You have exhausted your time. Thank you. Your time starts right now, Chief.
Good evening, Mr. Moderator, councillors. Good evening, everybody. My name is Rowan Engelbrecht.
Hello, sir.
I am from the Community Police Forum in Grahamstown.
Sorry, sir.
There is a big problem in Grahamstown.
Sir, can you please raise up your voice, please?
There's a big problem in Grahamstown. We have a huge security problem. Our municipality is supposed to support all the community safety matters in this town. They are not addressing any of the problems that we are putting through in motion. We need bylaw officers. The municipality don't want bylaw officers. We need street lighting. It's in our constitution that the municipality must supply the funds and make it available for us to grow. Okay. Okay. So basically, the motions that we've been putting forth to the municipality for bylaws, etc., they have not come into effect. They have been totally ignored. On top of it, we have the highest underage pregnancy figures. We have no safe houses, no rehabilitation, no skills centres.
What is your question?
Unemployment is in the rise, and there are no investors coming to our town. Hence the growing crime figures. There's no jobs. All the problems on our town we are facing is due to the lack of and the absence of administration and qualified persons in our local municipality.
Okay. We're about to close now. Please, let's be patient to one another, please. Please. Hello,
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I've just got two questions for my colleague. My name is Brian Jackson, I'm a councillor in the Makhanda municipality, and I've got two questions for my colleagues. Councillor Hui, If the ANC is going to sort out the bulk sewage issue, why can't they sort out the sewage in this own building? The place stinks. The other thing is, if the ANC really wants to come up to and to do something about corruption, why is it that the three main people implicated in the Kabusa report were promoted instead of being sent to Chuki? Thank you.
Thank you. You are the last one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My name is Mzobanzi Ngwenza. The ANC, as a leader of society, has always understood, Chief Whip, that young people want jobs and access to opportunities. And part of that, the ANC has created 16.7 million jobs post-democracy. The ANC government, the ANC, in 1994, can you call them to order? Can you call them to order? The ANC government, secondly, we can't allow lies to go unabated. The DA liberal here is arguing that private sector will create jobs. The private sector has never the ability to create jobs. The ANC is arguing that we must have a state-led intervention in industrializing our economy. Now I am coming to the question, Chief Whip. The ANC has committed 2 million job opportunities through infrastructure development. How are we going to ensure that we create those jobs within Makhanda through the OTP funding, Chief Whip, and other infrastructure development? And lastly, vote ANC.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Guys, now you don't have time now anymore. We are going to listen to the panelists and wrap it up. Sir, let's start with you. What do you want to say? Do you have any comment?
Mine will be to say that it is a blunt lie that the African National Congress has created so many jobs in this country. Because as it is, you have almost 42% of the people who are supposed to be at work who are not working. Retrenchments are currently taking places. People, if are unemployed, they are employed in form of contracts. They will work for 3 months. That is not the permanent jobs that we want. That is what the ANC struggled for. You see, so it is a blunt lie. Number two, I know that it will touch the nerves of others, but in our approach to solve our societal or our social ills, it needs all of us. It needs all of us to be united. And Makhanda Citizens Front has been that front for the people of Makhanda under the guiding leadership of the Unemployed People's Movement. Viva MCF, viva!
Thank you very much. EFF, Mr. Bassett.
Okay. You know, whenever ANC people speaks, they expose themselves. They expose themselves because we are living in this society. We are living in this society. We are living in this community. If you can ask them, who are those people who have been employed? In Makhanda, we were assisted by the project that was supported by National Arts Festival in Monument. Because CWP and EPWP, if they said they've created jobs of CWP and EPWP, you can go to that database now. The people you will find on that database, that on CWP and EPWP, are pensioners. You won't find youth. Are people who are pensioners. Are people who are the volunteers. Are people who are the volunteers of the ANC. even there for them to get those jobs, for them to get those jobs, they must exchange with sex to get those jobs. That's what is happening. That's why as EFF, we are on the ground. We're speaking with civic movements. We're speaking to other social-based movement that on the 29th of May, let's vote EFF so that we can deliver the real service delivery. Vote EFF on the 29th of May.
Thank you. That was Mr. Mbashe Siabonga.
I want to address.
Okay. Wait, ma'am. Wait.
I want to say a couple of things. The first is this, that the ANC have been promising jobs for years. First it was 1 million jobs, then it was 2 million jobs, then it was 5 million jobs. That was what they promised in the last election, 5 million jobs. So my question is to all the unemployed people, where are those jobs? Where are those jobs? That's the first thing. The second thing is this. We haven't spoken about the High Court. We haven't spoken about the High Court.
We're still coming on that issue.
But here's the thing about the High Court. The ANC wants to move the High Court to Bishu. What's that going to do? It's going to kill 5,000 jobs in Makhanda straight away, and 25,000 people will be affected by it. That's what the ANC want to do. The third thing that I want to address is safety and security. Because, yes, the municipality has a responsibility. The municipality has a responsibility to ensure that areas are well lit, that there is street lighting, that there are police, that there are peace officers, people to enforce the bylaws. They don't do any of this, okay? National government has not got enough policemen and women on the ground, and where they do have policemen and women, their vehicles aren't operational. So the DA's got a plan to fix that. We know how to fix that. We're doing it in the city of Cape Town. We're doing it in Stellenbosch. We're doing it in Swellendam. We're doing it in Midvaal. We're doing it in Amgeni. We're doing it in Kota. Because the DA says governments that work should be allowed to deploy their own police forces. And you know, it's not just about policing. It's about forensics. It's about detectives. It's about case management. It's about justice. All of that needs to be done at a national level, and all of that is being failed by this ANC government. So on the 29th of May, you have a real choice to rescue Makhanda, to rescue the Eastern Cape, and to rescue South Africa, and that's by, on the 29th of May, voting DA.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys. Please, let's keep quiet. I would like to ask a follow-up question on what Mike has come up with, the issue of High Court. You are intending to remove or to take the High Court from Makhanda to Bisho. No. The current government. What is the motive behind? And what are the implications of that? Mr. Oy.
Can I start on the first one?
No, can you start to what I'm saying?
Yes, because listen to Chris, I can start on that one, I don't have a problem.
Please.
But my problem is that you are consistent to interrupt me when I'm about to respond on issues.
Okay, do whatever you like, Mr. Oy.
Now, let me start on our position. Let me start on our position as ANC here locally on the issue of moving the seat of the judge to Bisho. We are against that. We have made it very clear. unapologetic. So there are no contradictions here. And the unfortunate part is that the DA came late. They are using that as a campaign for them towards 29th of May to win votes. It's not going to help. We have led a process with Makhanda stakeholders, bringing ministers here, bringing different members of parliament to engage them on our position. We are very clear on that one. We are not supporting that call. Because we know the implications for us as Makhanda citizens, so we are very clear. Secondly, let me go to the issue of NAF, the National Arts Festival project. That money comes from the taxpayers. Let's not confuse each other here. It comes from the presidential stimulus package. They have applied. That one must be very clear. It must be very clear. That money comes from the presidential stimulus package. They have applied. So they also work with Makhanda. The material they use to close the potholes, it's material that is being procured by Makhanda Municipality. So there is partnership. There is partnership between NAF and Makhanda Municipality. So I needed to give clarity on that one. That money is meant to create job opportunities. When we go to the issue of Kabuso report, I cannot leave here without talking about Kabuso report. Okay. We are very clear. We are very clear as ANC with regards to the issue of Kabuso report, because it is a report that was been brought to our attention when this council was inaugurated on the 23rd of November 2021. Our position on Kabuso report, even from the last council meeting, was that Kabuso report must be implemented as it is. We don't play when it comes to that report. We are very clear. Fourthly, Usisi Mpuma raised a very important point about project management. This is very important. We have taken a decision as the Council of Makhanda to say, we are not going to accept, because our observation, what we have observed is that there's poor project management on projects in Makhanda. Hence you see some of the things. Now we have then said, on top of that, we have then acted on officials now who are implicated in that poor performance in terms of project management. Now, on top of that, we then said, we are not going to allow or tolerate this. We have seen something new that is happening in Makhanda. Name is a good example of seeing our own local SMEs doing the road themselves. And we are going to move with that model, but following the proper processes in terms of procuring, because we have confidence in our own local business people that they have potential to do things on their own. Mr. Oy. Yes, we must correct one thing here. We are not on COVID yet. COVID yet, COVID. There is no way, if one is saying there is money that has been stolen, go to the law enforcement agencies.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oy. Guys, we thank you very much. You are a lovely audience. Thank you very much for partaking. Thank you very much for partaking. Siyabulela kakhulu. Thank you very much with your questions and comments. Siyabulela nakuni. Azania. Siyabulela mchakazi upashe. Mike, thank you very much. And Mr. Roy. Olosobo inqubo yethu election debate town hall eMakhanda ifikelela esiphelweni. Siyabulela kuni nonke nje emakhaya kwindawo ngendawo